Hare Krishna, Namaste. Chapter 15 is entitled as Purushottama Vidya, Purushottama Yogam. Sloka 15, Part 8. Sarvasya cāhaṁ hṛdi sanniviṣṭo mattaḥ smṛtir jñānam apohanaṁ ca vedesya sarvair aham eva vedyo vedānta-kṛd veda-vid cāham. I am seated in everyone's heart, and from me come remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. By all the Vedas I am to be known. Indeed, I am the compiler of Vedanta, and I am the knower of the Vedas. Krishna is the Supreme Lord, is the Supreme Ruler. He is the Super Soul within both matter and spirit, that is Achit and Chit. In the very first session of this Sloka, we went through the first line in detail with many quotations from various scriptures, that how Krishna is situated as Super Soul within the heart of all beings. Therefore, the term Agni refers to Krishna, because Agni is part and parcel of Krishna, as the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna is the Super Soul within Agni as well. Likewise for sun, moon and everything. So the question comes, what does he do over there? Mattaḥ smṛtir jñānam apohanaṁ ca. He is the one who gives the remembrance, knowledge and forgetfulness as well. Smṛtihi means memory. We become aware of the object by means of the indriyas, the eyes, ears, nose, etc. Also, we forget some of the object we had known. But those forgotten objects, sometimes some of these objects are revived in our memory when our eyes fall on them again. When we know something through our sense faculties, a subtle impression called samskara get created within us. The memory, smriti, is nothing but a product of this samskara. To illustrate this, let's take an example. Say we saw a beautiful elephant and its mattaḥ. Mattaḥ means the elephant keeper in a zoo. After few months, while I was shopping in a place, I saw the same mattaḥ. Immediately on seeing him, the thought of the elephant springs up in my mind. This is smriti. The impression, samskara, formed when we saw the elephant and its keeper is manifested now with the help of me seeing the mattaḥ now. So in this scenario, the elephant was reminded to me by seeing the elephant keeper, though elephant was not present with the elephant keeper at this second incident. This is called smriti. Whereas I saw a person by name Gopal in Chicago. Then after few years, I see the same person in St. Louis. At that time, I am able to conclude that this person I am seeing now in St. Louis is the same person that I saw few years back in Chicago. I am able to recognize it's the same person, and this is called pratyabhijñā, and this we covered in our pratyaksha pramana. This pratyabhijna does not arise from memory alone, but it caused by samskara and pratyaksha. So Krishna says that smriti is coming from me. That smriti is defined as smriti purvanubhuta vishayam anubhava samskara matrajam jñānam. That is, through our previous experience, through our senses, there is an impression gets stored. And when that impressions are triggered and brought to forefront, then we can recollect, remember that particular object that we saw in the past. This we learned in detail when we did pratyaksha pramanam. And between smriti and pratyabhijna, here Krishna mentions smriti, not the pratyabhijna. One more time, smriti is where when I see object 2, I am able to recollect about object 1. Pratyabhijna is when I see object 2, I remember seeing object 2 elsewhere. In pratyabhijna, it's the same object I see after some time and able to recollect, remember. In smriti, it is not the same object. An object refreshes or connects me to the thoughts of something else in the past. And Krishna says, I am that smriti. Now let's learn about jñānam. Jnana means knowledge. The certainty about an entity arrived through the sense organs, inference, scriptural statements, and yoga is known as jñānam. Jñānam indriya linga ahama yogaja vastu nischayah. The establishment of an object is called vastu nirnaya. This is ball. So ball is an vastu, an object concluding that this is ball is vastu nirnaya. That happens through 4 means. 1. Indriya. 2. Linga. 3. Agama. And 4th is yoga. Indriya is pratyaksham. Through the pratyaksha pramanam, the knowledge produced by direct perception through the sense organs. I see through my eyes this object which is an apple. So that is through indriya. Chakshusha prama. That is, I am able to confirm, conclude, establish this object, vastu, nirnayam, through my eyes. 2nd is linga. Linga means by identity, some identification. This is nothing but anumanam. I am seeing smoke, concluding the existence of fire. This is the inference. Through inference, I establish vastu nirnayam. And 3rd, ahama. That is, through the scriptures. This is nothing but shabda pramana. So the indriya are pratyaksha pramana, linga is anumana pramanam, and agama is shabda pramana. The knowledge acquired through the agamas, through the scriptures. And lastly, yoga. Yogis attain knowledge of an vastu, object, through their yoga process, not through their physical senses. Just to recollect, in the 4th section of this chapter, when we covered pratyaksham, we saw pratyaksham of 2 types, anarvachinam, arvachinam. Anarvachinam, a knowledge which never get created. That is for the muktatma, nityatma and paramatma. Arvachinam, where the knowledge get created, and this is for the conditioned soul, the people who are in the material world. And this arvachinam is classified into two: indriya sapeksham, indriya nirapeksham. Indriya sapeksham is pratyaksham, happens through the senses, sense organs, eyes, nose, ears, tongue, hands. The knowledge that get created through the sense organs are indriya sapeksham, whereas indriya nirapeksham does not require the senses, sense organs. That type of pratyaksham is called indriya nirapeksham, and this is of two types: swayam siddha and divya. Swayam siddha is that attained out of one's own effort through the practices of yoga siddhi. They don't need such a great yogis, does not require eyes, ears, nose, etc. to do the vastu nirnayam. Without the help of these sense organs, they can identify things, and that is what has been mentioned here as the fourth means of identifying objects. This is also the fourth one that we just saw, is also included in the pratyaksha pramanam. So Krishna says that jñānam is also mine. I am the controller of that jnana. And the last one in this second line of the sloka is apohanaṁ, that is jñāna nivrittihi, which is loss or cessation of knowledge that was already acquired earlier. Krishna says that is also from me. I control that too. Now, in the commentaries of Sripad Ramanujacharya, he has given further information on this apohanaṁ. He split apohanaṁ into two: apa and then yuha. Apa means vyartham, useless, but yuham is where the focus is. Yuham is a type of jnana, knowledge. This apohanaṁ can also be considered under the inferential knowledge, anumana pramanam. Say I see an object, for example a car. I saw this car with the help of my eyes. Therefore it is chakshusha prama. Prama means knowledge, chakshusha means eyes. The eyes become my pramanam. Direct perception through the eyes is only possible in the case when the objects are within the range of my sight. Just because I have eyes, it doesn't mean I can see an object which is 1 mile away. Here, pramanam is my eyes. The understanding that my eyes has the power of seeing this object is a knowledge. That is uha. Just remember, we are seeing the second part of apohanaṁ, uha, uhanam, uha. So the pramanam is my eyes. Understanding that my eyes have the function, ability to see this object is a knowledge, uham. Secondly, my eyes can grasp this object not just because I have eyes, because along with the eyes, I also need to have samagri. Samagri means the additional tools that facilitate for me to see an object. In this case, it could be sun, it could be light, any of those things. Otherwise, just by having eyes, I won't be able to see an object. I need to have the samagri. Now the next question comes, when you saw the car, did you see the car alone and then you saw it is a red color car? Or when you saw the car for the first time, the color was also grasped along with the car? with the help of the samagri, the light, I was able to grasp the color and the car together. The very first time when I saw the car. This is uha. So, eyes can grasp the car. That means this pramanam, that is, my eyes is qualified to function in this way, is uhananam. Eyes can grasp the car if there is light. That means the jnana that appears with the help of the samagri, the light in this case, is jñānam. Therefore, to grasp this car, this object, eyes are the pramanam. This is also jñānam. Krishna says, I am that jñānam. And as standard, apohanaṁ, forgetfulness, is also me. From me it comes. That covers the second line of the sloka. The remembrance, knowledge and forgetfulness also comes from me. Mattaḥ smṛtir jñānam apohanaṁ ca. What we have not covered today in today's session is Shabda Pramanam. We have learnt about Pratyaksha Pramanam, we have learnt about Anumana Pramanam, and what yet to be learnt is Shabda Pramanam. That will be our next topic, and it is important to know this Pramanam before we enter into the second half of the sloka. Namaste, Hare Krishna.